I've been asked recently on a few videos what our setup is. So we're just going to go through our machine here quickly. As stated before, we're using the Knox 600. Both Rod and I both got the same machine. We use slightly different settings, generally between field 1, field 2. If we switch the machine on, we'll quickly show what the setup is here. Apologise, the machine's a little bit dirty. It's getting to that sort of season now. So starting from the beginning, when we set up, straight away we do the noise cancelling. Simple as that. Then go on to the next. We have it on the auto ground balance. So when I first set out, push and hold to get that reset that down close to 0. There you go, it's on. So 0/1 is where it may be, sometimes a little bit higher. So get that as low to 0 as possibly can. Whatever setting you want, as you can see on here, we've got, I'm on field 1. Rod would use field 2. What we usually find is that it will pick up the same tones, it will pick up the same objects, and they may be slightly different numbers, but it will be a solid tone, so there'll be no iron undertone, iron bias. And then we have -9 on the discrimination, and then recovery speed is 3. Now, most recent theory is that 2 could also be very good. There's all sorts of arguments for all sorts, but this is pretty much standard settings straight out of the box, apart from a few things that have been tweaked. You can automatically put in your iron if you want it there, so it puts it all on as you see. Take it off, takes that out. Then it just eliminates that much. But then any signal, once we get it, and if it seems decent, always put the iron on just to see what happens, and then, you know, we don't really miss anything, so you've always got that option. We're on multi-frequency, and that's it. In relation to other equipment, we have the Joan Allen Spitfire digging tool. This has a very sharp serrated edge, and where you've got hard ground in particular, especially over the last couple of months where it's been really hard ground, that really cuts through. That's absolutely ideal. And for anybody else that's interested, again, unfortunately this is filthy, but it's the Minelab ProFind 35, which goes in conjunction with the Minelab, work very well together for obvious reasons. And that's our setup and that's our settings, so I hope that helps to anyone that's using a Knox. Yep. This was 1819 in the ground. Looked like we're on a bit of a footpath here. Broken the soil open. We've just got this. Appears to be some jewellery. So, oh,
it's a full-on watch, isn't it?
It's a full-on watch. What have we got? Wow. Elizabeth Duke. Yeah. Is it Rolex? Is it Next? It's got a worm on it. It's Topshop. Yes, Topshop.
And it's still ticking. No, it's not.
Yes, Topshop 9.99.
That's good then, isn't it?
Look at that, ladies. Top. Well, I've sorted out my missus for Christmas. Just heard this out, folks. It was actually a 15 double bounce in the ground. It's now come up to 14. You can see how deep this was. It actually, whilst we've gone in quite deep of the plug, it was actually right in the top really, which was interesting. And what we've got is this thin bit of silver, and look at the hallmarks on that. So I'm thinking maybe off of a walking cane potentially, or something like that. But interesting find. I'll try and get somebody to date the hallmarks for me. It's brilliant. Lovely find. Solid 15. Going to see the after here. It's been recovered, and I've given it a little clean up already. So I've got here a little Roman coin, and if we pick this up, you can see it here. There is some slight lettering left at the top there. I think you could just see that top edge now. And you can see the overcut here on this edge. We've got a bit of detail left on it. So it's pretty fried, but there is some detail. So it's a find, not the best, but it's nice to still find Roman. Right, so Rod's just called me over, got a nice 1920 here. Rod's flipped it out, he's seen what it is. What do you think it is, Rod?
I think it's a thimble.
Right, but we're not quite sure yet, 'cause it hasn't had it right out. So, go on then, do a reveal, and then let's have a look at it.
I'm pretty sure it's a thimble. Yes, they are.
Oh, is that silver, Rod?
Oh, I'd like to think so. Be nice, wouldn't
Oh,
it?
that looks like it potentially is. It's got a colour to it, isn't
Can you
it?
see the pattern on it?
Yeah.
Could be, could be. Needs a bit of cleaning up.
Oh,
It's almost, oh look, there's more pattern on it there.
there you go.
See
Right, let's clean that. Let me zoom into that then.
Oh, no.
Oh, keep still.
Sorry. Let's give her a little spray.
Yeah, you get it here for a second. Let me just put this on here. Rod's going to give it a clean. Let's just get it soon. Oh, we've got a lovely pattern on there.
Yeah, oh that's good. Yeah, you can see it better under there, can't you?
Yeah, there we go.
Nice.
Right, Rod's got to here then, Rod. Oh, we've got a solid 12 out now, I can see. So talk us through it. What do you have?
It's a little bit of finding because it's really small, but I'm pretty sure that's another Roman. In the light a bit. Let's get a spray bottle on it. But can you see any detail on that?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Is it?
Detail in there. Can't see what it is as yet.
Hang on then.
I'll just show our viewers our new spray bottles, Rod.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at that. Gucci, eh?
Bit of merch.
Brush. Is that coming up?
Yeah. Right, just hold it up for us to see.
I'll do the other side in a sec.
Yeah. All right, let's give it a clean and then we'll bring it back on. So I think you can see that. We've got some detail on that on the front, and then for the portrait, there is half a portrait there. You can see where it's crumbled and started to decay, but nice bit of writing around there as well. I'll try and get some photos and put them on. Right, just got to here, 19. It's out. It's actually in the bit of mud. Now we've got to find it now. Don't know which bit it's in. Right, we've just seen it sticking out. There we go. Right, we can see that. There's a bit of detail. I don't know if you can see that on there. So it could be a button, could be a coin, but it looks like there is some detail for a coin. So it's looking good. It's looking like a coin. It's very muddy. All right, I can see Britannia on there. So if we just give it a quick brush off, then we'll come back, but it's looking like a halfpenny. All right, giving it a clean up, you can just see that it's a halfpenny. The date down here is a little bit corroded, so try and clean that when we get home. Might get a date, but you can see it's quite badly weathered, but we'll give it a clean. 1718. Just had this up. This relatively modern. but very nice. Haven't had one like this before. Seal. We've got some sort of like initials, or you know, maker's initials or signature in the centre there. It's a bit hard to see. But yeah, you can see where the wire would have gone through. Haven't had one quite like that before. Relatively modern. Number on the back, but still nice to find. 15. I've seen it flip out. It looks like it possibly might be jewellery or something. It possibly got feet on it, I don't know. Now it's in here. Rod's just come over to investigate.
Can I have a look? Oh, that's a base, isn't it? For is it lead?
I don't know, Rod. I've literally just picked it up.
Oh, I was going to say it could be a base for like a lead soldier or something.
Could be.
I'll be it first.
So it looks like it's got some feet. It looks like, I think you're right, something would have been on there and it snapped off. So we'll investigate the hole, see if we can find any more. Giving it a little clean up. I think, as what Rod says, probably a lead toy soldier, and it snapped off at the feet, unfortunately. So check the hole, nothing else in there. So it appears to be just a base. So I imagine the rest of it's in here somewhere. But it's first for us. Rod just called me over.
It's jumping about a little bit.
Have you had it out of here as yet? Like, have you picked it up?
No, I haven't touched it yet, mate. I just flipped it out and it's there, look.
Okie doke. What do you think it is?
Thimble. Still sat in the mud.
I'll come round then. So look.
There you are, look. Still sat in the mud.
I'll zoom in.
Just about to see the
yeah.
details on the end of it, look. So,
yeah, so this is the second one for you in this field. You won a couple of weeks ago.
I did, didn't I? Yeah, definitely a thimble. Give it a little clean up.
It's actually complete.
Yeah, same as the other one, isn't it?
All right, let you give it clean up. Give it a little bit of a spray off. Not much detail coming through, but yeah, complete thimble. 1718, had it out. Same as what it was in the grounds. Got it down here, giving it a little brush off. And we've got a pistol shot. So, bit of an impact mark on one side. You can see around about there. But yeah, so it's small one, as you can see. It's always nice to find a musket ball. So it's probably quite old. Right, I'm excited because this looks potentially good. But you can see the struggle that I've had. I'm getting nothing, but when it was in the ground, it was a really faint 10. Now I've seen it kind of in the mud. Don't know what it is, but now I'm not even getting a signal, and it's actually set on this clump at the top. So it looks like it potentially could be some sort of hammered or something similar. Oh, it's coming off there now. But what do you think? Look at this. Right, let's put it down there. Not quite sure what it is. Rod's actually running.
I'm not built for running anymore.
So yeah, so Rod's coming over. It looks like there's some hammered writing on there. It's got quite a dark green patina though, so I'm not quite sure what it is. Just saying, Rod, not quite sure what it is, but you can see the detail on there.
Oh, yeah. Looks like hammered, doesn't it?
It looks like a hammered. Certainly looks like a hammered.
It's quite discoloured though.
Yeah. So what I think we'll do is we'll give it a clean and bring, I tell you what I think it could be.
Token?
A Jetton.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you could just see the markings on there, which will explain the colour as well. So it's hammered though. So I'll give it a clean up, see if we could get it any better, and I'll bring it back on. Right, giving it a little bit of a clean up, and certainly looks like a Jetton. Very old, but unfortunately very badly damaged, which is a real shame. But we've got some lovely detail on there, some lettering. So quite pleased with that, must be said.
So 25, nice high squeak. Oh, right, hang on. Is that a 5p piece? 5p? No, it's too small for 5p. No. It's a silver sixpence.
Nice and high 21 now. In the grounds, it was a lot of iron kicking in and out, but I mean, if I really pinpointed it, it was stable. So I went for it, and to my surprise, got it out. Unfortunately, it's not very good detail, but we've got a Roman grot, and this is the land where we've had the brooches, we had the silver unit, Celtic silver unit. All sorts coming out of here. We just had a Jetton. You can kind of like just make out a head on here. You can just see the outline coming around there. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't think it's got any real salvageable detail on it. But judging by the thickness, the shape, I'm going to go that's Roman. But yeah, not particularly deep, but nice find. So just come from round about here-ish, got up to here, tiny signal, 9, 10, even 8 creeping in there. You can see how small it is. Boom. I would say another Roman. We've had several out of here, so it's no sort of great surprise, but it's absolutely tiny. There looks like there's potentially a bit of detail on there, but I might have to clean that one up at home very carefully. It doesn't look like it's fared well, so a bit like the other one really. It's not really much detail on, but we'll give it a clean so we can get off with it. Still another Roman. Another 10, 11, and another Roman. Again, it's really far gone. Slight chip in that one. Wafer thin. Oh, and there it goes. Wafer thin, and yeah, you know, there's a slight bit of detail on there. You can sort of make out a portrait in the right light. But yes, there's another one. It's like the third now today in this little small area. So good find. Right, got a really low 1314, which looks like quite a modern coin in here. Haven't taken it out the clump yet, but look at that. Looks fairly modern, doesn't it? I'm going to go with probably, that's a bit too big for a penny, isn't it? Let's have a look. Just moving mud around. There we go, shilling. Just see it coming out there, look. So I give it a clean up, I come back and we get a date, etc. Looks quite a nice one though. Right, giving it a clean up, and it's a 1960 shilling. I don't think we've actually ever had one of them before. Obviously fairly modern, but good detail. See if I can flip it. There you go, Queen Elizabeth. So yeah, nice finds, low numbers, but a modern coin. So there's a first.